Alright, YouTubers, I'm back to resume this Pacal, the second game. So, just taking a quick look at the south of the map. All I can see bordering Celtic territory is Portuguese land. So I suspect that France is actually located south of Portugal, which means that if de Gaulle gets any ideas of attacking me, he would need to attack through Portugal. So in the meantime, let me just complete this deal real quick for Brennus's gold. I've got plenty of health at the moment, so I might as well get some value out of that fish resource. Yeah, so anyway, if de Gaulle were to plot to attack me, he would need to traverse Portuguese territory. Now, since de Gaulle has switched over to Christianity, he is down to cautious with Joao. And so it's possible to bribe de Gaulle into canceling deals with Joao. And okay, so Joao has got paper and he's building University of Sancor apparently. So I guess I won't be trading paper to him. Okay, so yeah, if I can convince de Gaulle to stop trading with Joao, then I should be safe. In that case, then the only plausible target left to de Gaulle would be Joao. And actually I wouldn't mind that, to have those two fighting each other. Now, one thing that's a potential danger is that if Joao somehow decides to convert to Christianity himself, then that could be a problem. Having said that, though, if he were to do that, he would probably annoy Brennus. And those two would probably fight each other at some point. So, anyway. Yeah, that's neither here nor there at this point. Okay, so just doing some micromanagement. So I can grow a little slower in the capital while I'm building some things. Okay, so Mr. Missionary, let's see what you find here. And it looks like, yes, this is Land's End for the southwest corner of the continent. And so France does not appear to have a common border with Celtia. And that's good news for me. Not going to complain about that. Okay, the 10 turns of peace with Joao for giving him tribute has worn off. That's fine. Okay, Buddhist missionary is done, so switch to a Buddhist temple. I'm going to slow down the growth here and collect some great scientist points. Because I'm up against a happiness cap. Okay, a couple of great scientists born in other civs. So hopefully those civs won't burn those scientists on beelining liberalism, but if they are, there's not much I can do about it. So I still need to slot in some workers at some point, because I am desperately short on workers. Yeah, I'm gonna pump out some workers from this city. I'm gonna grow it one more point though, so put some turns into a granary first. Get it up to population 3 before I start pumping a couple of workers out. Okay, still too soon to grow the city. Okay, yeah, with this city, I actually made a mistake. What I should have done was actually build an axeman here for military police purposes. I forgot that once a city gets up to a certain population, I guess population 6, then you need to have some military police in there. Otherwise you start getting more than one unhappiness per population growth. So I forgot that, so screwed that up. Oh well. Go for the AP buildings here, because I need all the hammers I can get, and this AP vote. Vote for Brennus, and hopefully bring him to friendly. Yeah, I'm gonna make another artist at Lakamha instead of working forest. So, the capital. I'm gonna send one of the scientists back to the farm. So the city can grow in 2 turns as this temple is completed. At least I think that's what I did. No. Oh, okay, yeah, I was thinking about whether I should cottage the place, and yes, I definitely need to get as much commerce out of the capital as I can. So have those workers build 1 turn of road, each on the floodplain there. And farm over that forest. Okay, there we go. French territory. So as I suspected, the French are actually on the far side of this continent. So if I can just get de Gaulle to stop trading with Joao, then I should be safe from any threat that the French can pose. And Brennus is actually up to friendly now, so need to trade him something. Trade him paper when it comes in next turn. Okay, do some micro at Mayapon to grow faster. Do some micro in the capital. So I can grow in 2 turns. And de Gaulle comes with this demand. Yeah. If I refuse, I think there's a small chance he could declare war on me right on the spot. And of course that would completely screw me over. And since 120 is like 1.25 turns or something, just give it to him. And it only gave him +1 for giving him tribute. It didn't even give me a fair trade bonus, and so yeah, I'm not gonna just give him this tech, because there's no guarantee that it's gonna give a big fair trade bonus. And so I think I'm gonna go for the trade embargo against Joao here. And take the 180 gold, take the world map, sure. I think I'll just go for that.
I cannot live without books.
Or did I? No. Oh, I didn't go for it. I wanted to... Oh, that's right, yeah. I wanted to see what I can get from Brennus for this, for paper first. That's right. Okay, start pumping out workers from Mayapon. And need to spam more cottages. Let's see if I can find any unit stacks. Yeah, so just checking the map again real quick, just to make sure that I'm not missing some French city in the north somehow. Okay, and there's one of Joao's mini stacks, I suppose. It's not the biggest stack I've seen, but it's like about 10 units or so. Yeah, I think I'm going to be in the clear if I can just get de Gaulle to stop trading. yeah, I got crabs that I can trade, but unfortunately, Joao doesn't have any cash to trade for. You know, actually, now that I think about it, I could have traded sheep to Gaul for his 8 gold, and traded the crabs to Joao instead. Yeah, I'll have to remember to do that when I resume this game. Okay, so Brennus is going to trade me something for paper. Now, let's see. So I guess here I'm just checking what trade I can get from De Gaulle for the paper tech. Metal casting. Yeah, I think metal casting is going to be the most useful to me. I need all the production I can get, so I'm just going to go for that. Right? I did go for this. Yeah, there we go. Metal
And
casting.
them that take the sword shall perish by the sword.
And so, hopefully Joao will not refuse to talk with me after I negotiate a trade embargo. And get most of the gold. So, I'll go with that. Sure, why not? And yeah, the funny thing is that Joao is still friendly. So the trade embargo knocked him down to +10. But I need to be careful not to drop him below friendly, because if he drops to pleased, he might refuse to trade techs. So, need to keep an eye out for that. In fact, we fear you are becoming too advanced is definitely becoming a consideration. Need to be careful about what techs I trade for. And Uxmal grows to size 6 and goes unhappy because I forgot about needing to put some military police in there. So that's unfortunate. So 7 turns for the Great Scientist. So that's going to actually work out pretty well in terms of the timing for light bulbing education. So I'm going to go ahead and start building a forge in the capital. 164 research per turn. It's okay. It's okay on this map. And need to build an axeman in here. Just to keep the citizens from getting restless. And, oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, this was an important development. So Joao is now de Gaulle's worst enemy. Although apparently the feeling is not mutual. Because I think de Gaulle is still just cautious to Joao. Okay, and at this point I realized I can actually tech broker metal, metal casting to Joao, but there are some considerations here before pulling the trigger on such a trade, and so one is that I could end up offending de Gaulle. I guess that doesn't matter so much. The other is that I need to be careful what I trade for, again because of we fear you're becoming too advanced. Because Brennus has actually dropped down to please again, and so he's refusing to trade techs again, and I don't want to get a cheap tech from Joao and end up being unable to trade with de Gaulle. And so the best trade that Joao will give me is calendar, and that's not very useful on this map to me. I mean, the other thing I could do is to... Yeah, I'm just checking the tech tree here to see if calendar's going to be worth it, and it really isn't at this point on this map. So the other thing I can get from Joao that that might slow him down a bit, depending on how big his army is to convert him over to pacifism. I don't know. I think that has potential to run me afoul of de Gaulle because of a lopsided trade. So I could get horseback riding and get Joao to switch to pacifism for metal casting and 35 gold. But I just I'm not sure that's a good idea. So I think I'm going to hold off on that for now. I mean, in terms of the goal of isolating Brennus technologically, I mean, there might be something to that. However, I am not teching that great this game. So I'm going to need to do some shrewd maneuvering to get a tech lead on Brennus. Yeah, I can't make up my mind about this trade. I don't think... my gut is telling me this really isn't a good idea because it could annoy de Gaulle. And while I'm not so worried about Degal attacking me anymore. I do want to stay on reasonably good terms with him so that he'll trade me stuff. So, yeah. Anyway, continuing my tour of France here. Yeah, so I think the geopolitical situation has kind of cleared up a bit. With France being on the other side of the continent, I should be safe as long as he's not trading with Joao, and since Joao is now De Gaulle's worst enemy, that's probably not going to happen anytime soon, I would think. So yeah, I think I'm in pretty good shape. I can focus on growing my empire, building necessary infrastructure. I still need to get a settler up to the firs in the northeast, and found that city, so I can trade furs around for cash. Yeah. I have no idea what's going on in the other continent, other than there haven't been any wars going on there, so I have no idea about the tech pace there. So I think, to be on the safe side, what I should do is just go straight for liberalism and take the best available tech, because it would be a crying shame to sit one turn away from liberalism just to have it snatched from an unmet civ on the other side of the world. I mean, that would be really sad. Okay, I think I'll go ahead and cut the video right about here. Oh, yeah, one last thing I just realized, and I don't know why I didn't think to do this, but I'm going to send this Holcan up north because he wasn't doing anything useful at Chichen Itza anyway. So yeah, I'm going to have him go up north and map out the area around the firs, see if there's any seafood up there. I doubt it, because if there were, a barbarian city would have popped up there long ago. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to cut the video here. As always, feedback, criticism, suggestions are always welcome. So thank you very much for watching. I will see you in the next video.